Hello there, this is Coach Ajit, and I know you are one of those coaches that really wants to get started, but for some reason you're struggling. You're struggling to take action towards starting your coaching business. You feel overwhelmed or confused about where do you even get started with, or you feel like you don't have enough education to really get started in your coaching business. If you identify with that problem, you're at the right place. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you exactly what is stopping you in starting your coaching business, and also what are some of the immediate steps that you can take that will help you get started and get going with your coaching business. Who am I to share with you how to get started in your coaching business? Well, I've helped thousands of coaches get started in their coaching business, and I have hundreds of testimonials of individuals that started from zero and ended up creating great clients for themselves as they followed the process that I'll share with you in just a few minutes. A few years ago, I was exactly at the same place as you are today. I was somebody who wanted to really make an impact in the world, wanted to help other people, and wanted to create an income as a consequence of that work. I wanted to also create freedom in my life so I can finally detach myself from the day-to-day grunt of a job and be able to create a business that I truly loved. And because of that, I went out into the world and learned with the best of the best in the industry. Finally, I was able to discover the exact roadmap that created not only a success for me, but for people that I could further educate to get started in their coaching journeys. New coaches are not able to start their coaching business because of one of these four reasons. The first reason why you're not able to start your coaching business is because you may be experiencing what I call information overwhelm. You see, marketers are really good at what they do. They really understand how to use social channels to get in your face and share with you their strategies, their tactics of getting started in the coaching business. Unfortunately for you, that means every single person that has started their coaching business or helped somebody start their coaching business has a completely different playbook for you, confusing you as to which is the playbook that is right for you. You're taking all this information from everybody. Somebody says, go create YouTube videos, and you go, okay, I'm going to go create YouTube videos. Another person says, podcast is the way. Third person says, go reach out to people one by one. Fourth person says, start a group coaching program, and somebody says, courses. That's what you need to do as a coach. All this information is creating information overwhelm for you, leading you to feel like that you need to execute on all these strategies, but you can't really execute on all these strategies. So that's the first reason why you may be finding yourself not being able to take action and get started in your coaching business. The second reason you may be struggling to get started in your coaching business is because you don't know what is the first step to take. You see, you may be somebody who is extraordinary at their jobs. You might be somebody who's really good, who is really good as an HR manager, as a people's person, as a leader of an organization, but you've never really started a business. And so right now, you may find yourself in this cycle of saying, hey, where do I start? What's the first thing to do? And because you don't know what's the first thing to do, you tend to not do anything. And this may be one of the reasons why you're not able to start your coaching business, why you're not able to create progress in your coaching business. The third reason that you may not have started your coaching business effectively is because you are not clear about who is it that you serve. You may have a loose idea of who you want to serve, but you're not absolutely certain if that is your audience. And if you're certain about what is your audience, you may not be certain about where does that audience actually hang out. How do you access this amazing set of individuals that perfectly fit your client avatar, your perfect client? And that may have led for you to not being able to start your coaching business. The fourth reason you may be struggling to start your coaching business is because starting a coaching business can be pretty lonely. You are at it all by yourself day in and day out. You are trying to figure out the strategy and the playbook, and you're taking action all by yourself. And while it is stimulating for the first few days, as the grind gets tough, as your business starts to build or not build, you lose motivation when you're going at it all by yourself. And when you're alone at doing a very difficult task that you've never done before, you may find yourself in a situation where you're losing motivation, where you promise yourself that you're going to do something to keep building your business, but you tend to not, that you forget or procrastinate or do something else which is more involved with other people, or just go back and do some extra work for your job and make it more important than building your dream. If any of these four reasons seem like in alignment with what may be happening for you, I have three principles for you that you want to remember that will help you start and grow your coaching business. The first principle you want to remember is that you have to get really, really clear on basics and fundamentals. You see, we think that business is about some advanced, wonderful strategy. And that may be true when your business is pretty large, when you're doing multiple eight figures, you may be looking for advanced strategies. But when you're getting started, it's all about fundamentals. Do you understand who's the client that you're serving? Do you know where they hang out? Do you know how to communicate with them? Do you know how to package yourself? Do you know how to price yourself? These fundamentals, when they're not in place, it actually takes away from your capacity to be able to create clients, to be able to start your coaching business. You may find yourself losing confidence because your fundamentals are not in place. So the first thing that you want to do as a new coach, as a coach that is trying to get their business started, is to get really, really clear on fundamentals. And then the second thing, and this is really, really key, and people discount it because they don't fully understand the power of it. The second key thing of a successful coaching business is to keep yourself in an environment of growth. You see, when you are going at starting your coaching business all by yourself, when you are trying to do something difficult all by yourself, if you're not in an environment that is growth centered, where you are constantly forced to uplift yourself, that every day your mental wheels, your spiritual wheels, your psychological wheels are turning to create growth, that you are in a growth centered environment, you tend to create progressive actions. You tend to create better results day after day. That when you lose motivation, your motivation automatically kicks in because there's curiosity, there's growth centeredness in your environment. So you always want to be in a growth centered environment, which is also a learning environment. Because a growth centered environment is always a curious environment. It is always an environment where you're learning something new on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. And because you're learning something new, your mind is expanding, your possibilities are expanding, your confidence is going up, your competence is going up. You are able to show up a lot more powerfully in the outside world because your mind, your psychology, your biology, and your spirituality is all in alignment with your growth. So the second principle of creating your coaching business, starting your coaching business, getting successful at it, is to stay in a growth-centered learning environment. The third principle that you want to create around you or be in is where you are supported, where you can practice what you're going to bring to the world. You see, one of the reasons why you are not able to create your coaching business is because you feel underconfident in your capabilities. You don't know if your fundamentals are right. You don't know if your offer is working. You don't know if you're able to coach somebody really well. You don't know if your packages and pricing is appropriate. You have no way to get feedback on it because you're going at it all by yourself. But what if you were able to take feedback from peers? What if you were able to get feedback from your friends? What if some coach that is maybe 2 steps ahead of you can give you some feedback in your package? Be able to advise you with your proposition, with your offer, be able to advise you on how you could position yourself. Well, when you have access to such a tribe, now you have unlimited power because you can always bounce off ideas with somebody. You're not alone anymore in the strive and the journey of creating your coaching business. You have support of a community that is always willing to make the effort, take that extra step to support your journey to create greater outcomes. Our mission here at EverCoach is to train 1 million coaches. We want you to get successful. We want you to get successful in the next few months or a few years, depending on how fast or slow you want your journey to be. And the reason is pretty important to us. You see, we believe that tomorrow's leaders are coaches. Tomorrow's impact makers are coaches. That we have a better future tomorrow if more people were trained to be coaches and they were more available in society. Today, the coaching industry is one of the fastest growing industries in the world, and unfortunately, there are not enough coaches for the amount of requirement we receive on a daily basis for companies to engage coaches and people to engage coaches. Coaching currently is a very, very premium service, and only a few people can afford. But the world is growing so fast. We as humanity are growing so fast. Our wheels are turning so fast. Society is moving so fast that coaches are needed for this transformation. We are needed to be able to support our fellow humans to create a better society tomorrow. And that is why we are so certain that the world is going to need at least 1 million coaches in the coming years. And we want you to be one of them. We want you to create an impact in people around you and people that is even beyond your current scope internationally. And that is why we are very interested in helping you succeed and get you started in this coaching business so you can part-time or full-time make this a career. Because every coach that gets out in the world and creates an impact helps elevate society. And that is our grander purpose here at EverCoach by Mindvalley. You see, in the past few years, EverCoach has helped thousands of coaches get started in their coaching business, create great successes in their coaching business, grow their coaching business. We have helped coaches create great impact in human beings outside and in their own lives. We have had over 1,500 case studies of coaches that were able to create a significant impact in their lives or their clients' life on our platform. And now we want you to be part of this family. You see, today I want to introduce you to EverCoach membership. EverCoach membership is your unique opportunity to get access to everything that would help you get started in your coaching business and grow your coaching business. All the fundamentals that I talked about that you truly need to be able to start your coaching business and create results in the world for yourself is available as a part of EverCoach membership. We also give you a learning environment that constantly upgrades your skills beyond just your business building skills. So if you are somebody that is serious about creating an impact in the world, if you want to finally get started with your coaching business, I invite you to give a look to EverCoach membership. Go ahead, scroll below, get more information. I'll see you in there.